Young and the Restless spoilers revealed in the scheming and sinister world of Genoa City, men like Jordan and Ian Ward are at the center of dark plans. But even the most dangerous men sometimes face choices that force them to put everything on the line. When Jordan and Ian's alliance falls apart, the battle between them becomes more than just a matter of survival, it's a battle of wits between calculating men. The fall of a dangerous alliance. Jordan and Ian were initially perfect allies. They were bound by a mutual vendetta. Ian had freed Jordan from prison, and in return, she would help him carry out his ambitious plans. However, when Ian was legally released by an imposter who replaced Jordan, the tables turned. Ian no longer had a reason to dirty his hands with criminal acts, while Jordan was forced to do everything. This imbalance gradually caused their relationship to crack. Ian, who prided himself on his ability to manipulate others, began to find Jordan unmanageable. Meanwhile, Jordan, who had never accepted being used, realized that Ian was no longer the partner she needed. Jordan's frustration reached a boiling point as Ian continued to make unreasonable demands. She warned that she was fed up with him, but Ian paid no attention. Jordan eventually decided to sever the alliance, a dangerous but inevitable move. The turning point, when loyalty turns into enemy. Although the alliance fell apart, the secrets Ian knew about Jordan made him a threat that could not be ignored. On the other hand, Jordan also held information that could destroy Ian. During their collaboration, Ian shared with Jordan that he had been kicked out of the guild by Abby Winters. Ian's anger and hatred towards Abby were remembered by Jordan, and she began to use it as a weapon against him. Jordan knew she had to get rid of Ian before he could turn her into the police. But how could she do that while keeping her hands clean? That's where Jordan's schemes got even scarier. The Dominic Newman kidnapping plan. One of Jordan's most daring plans was to kidnap Dominic Newman, Abby's son. Jordan knew that not only would this cause Abby pain, but it would also create the perfect opportunity to pin the blame on Ian. With Ian openly hating Abby, it was easy to make him the prime suspect in the eyes of the police. Jordan planned everything perfectly. She secretly followed Dominic and waited for the right moment to strike. At the same time, she planted a series of false evidence, from anonymous text messages to cleverly placed clues, all pointing to Ian. A relentless fight. However, Ian was no pushover. Realizing that he is being set up by Jordan, he immediately strikes back. Ian begins to reveal secrets about Jordan, from her past to the dark deeds she has done to escape prison. The battle between the two enemies is now not only personal, but also threatens to drag many others into the chaos. Meanwhile, Jordan does not back down. Her biggest target is not Ian, but Claire Grace Newman. Claire, a character who was once under Jordan's control, is now trying to escape the darkness. She not only wants revenge on Jordan but also wants to kill this evil aunt to end all suffering. Jordan, on the other hand, sees Claire as a puppet that she cannot lose. To achieve her goal, Jordan is willing to sacrifice everything, even completely destroy Ian. Who will be the ultimate winner? In this chaotic scene, the question is who will strike first. Ian, with his wisdom and experience, or Jordan, with his bold plans and ruthlessness? Each has his own strengths, but also his own fatal weaknesses. Will Jordan be able to truly eliminate Ian and achieve her goal, or will Ian turn the tables to get revenge on her? And what role will Claire play in this war? The answer lies in the character's next actions. But one thing is certain, in this game, there are no innocents, and no one can trust anyone. In the world of intrigue and deceit in Genoa City, characters like Jordan and Ian Ward are constantly involved in power plays. From alliances to betrayals, both have their own ambitions and schemes. But when their alliances fall apart, things quickly turn into a life-or-death struggle where trust and loyalty are just illusions. Dangerous alliance, when the past began all trouble. Initially, Ian Ward was the one who freed Jordan from prison, not out of charity but in exchange for benefits. Their deal was simple but ambitious: they would support each other in taking revenge on those who put them in this situation. However, the initial plan quickly becomes lopsided when Ian is legally released thanks to an imposter who takes the blame for Jordan. This gives Ian an excuse to keep his hands clean and leave things in Jordan's hands. This apparent injustice causes Jordan to lose faith in her ally. Despite being warned that she is growing tired of their partnership, Ian ignores it, confident that Jordan cannot betray him. But he is wrong. As the conflict mounts, Jordan decides that it is time to sever the alliance, regardless of the consequences. Dark plan: eliminate Ian and shock Genoa City. Even though the alliance has been broken, Ian is still a huge threat to Jordan. He knows too much about her, and the risk of Ian snitching on her to the police is something Jordan cannot afford. In previous conversations, Ian has revealed that he was kicked out of the guild by Abby Winters, which has left him with a deep grudge against Abby. It doesn't take long for Jordan to turn this grudge into an opportunity. Jordan plans to kidnap Dominic Newman, Abby's son. This is not only a direct blow to Abby, but also the perfect way to frame Ian. With Ian and Abby's history of conflict, the police suspecting him becomes a perfect scenario. In this way, Jordan not only eliminates Ian but also solidifies his position in the calculating game. Ian Ward, not easy to overthrow. But Ian is not an easy prey. With his deep nature and skillful manipulation, he quickly realizes Jordan's plot. He begins to fight back by revealing her dark secrets, from the crimes she committed to escape to the relationships she is trying to hide. Ian knows that he needs to act before Jordan can carry out her plan. With cunning, he exploits the weaknesses in her network to turn the tables, leaving her in a state of chaos. However, Ian's revenge does not stop at sabotaging Jordan. He plans to make her a scapegoat to erase all traces of himself, ensuring that he will get away with it all untainted. Jordan's true target: Claire Grace Newman. Despite the intense battle with Ian, Jordan has not forgotten her main goal: to bring Claire Grace Newman back under her control. Claire used to be Jordan's puppet, but after being freed from his control, Claire has changed. She not only wants freedom but also wants to end all influence of this evil aunt. Claire is plotting to kill Jordan, and this leaves Jordan facing a double threat: Ian on one side and Claire on the other. Jordan sees Claire as the key to restoring his power. With her inherent viciousness, Jordan plans to use Claire as leverage to achieve a greater goal. But what she does not realize is that Claire is no longer an easy prey. This young girl has now learned how to fight, and she is willing to face Jordan to protect herself. The final showdown: who will win? With all three characters having their own agendas, the question is who will strike first. Can Jordan carry out his plan to kidnap Dominic and frame Ian, or will Ian quickly turn the tables? And can Claire, with her vengeance and determination, end her aunt's reign of evil? Both Jordan and Ian are masters at manipulating others. But in a war where no one truly trusts anyone, the slightest weakness can lead to their downfall. Can Jordan achieve his goals without being detected, or will Ian once again prove himself the ultimate survivor? The battle between Jordan, Ian, and Claire is not only a battle of wits between villains, but also a reminder that in a world of lies and hatred, there is no such thing as a clean victory. Genoa City will continue to be the battlefield for new intrigues, and every action has inevitable consequences. In the world of the young and the restless, where trust is a luxury and intrigue is rife, no relationship is truly secure. Jordan and Ian Ward, two ambitious and cunning characters, were once allies in a dangerous alliance, but when their interests no longer aligned, their fallout was inevitable. Their war became a game of survival, where anyone could be eliminated. The making of an alliance: hatred is the glue. Jordan and Ian Ward came together not out of love or loyalty, but because one needed freedom, the other needed a partner to fulfill his plans for revenge. Ian freed Jordan from prison, not so much out of kindness as to use her as a pawn in a larger scheme. Their deal was clear: they would support each other in getting revenge on those who had hurt them in the past. At first, the alliance worked smoothly. Jordan, a smart and ambitious woman, was not afraid to get her hands dirty to achieve her goals. Meanwhile, Ian, a manipulator with a reputation for manipulation, held the role of the leader in the shadows. But when Ian was legally released by an impostor to take the blame, the balance was broken. Ian no longer had a reason to commit crimes, forcing Jordan to take on the most dangerous jobs. The rift, when trust becomes a blade. Jordan quickly realized that she was just a tool in Ian's hands. Although she warned Ian that she was tired of taking the blame, he was complacent and did not care. Ian's arrogance pushed Jordan to her limits. She decided to sever the alliance, but it was not easy. Ian was not someone to be dismissed easily. Although he is no longer directly involved in the dark plans, he still holds information that could push Jordan into a corner. Ian knows that the secrets he holds are enough to destroy her, and that is why Jordan must act before it is too late. Ian Ward and the feud with Abby Winters. During their working together, Ian once revealed an important secret to Jordan: he was kicked out of the society by Abby Winters. Abby, a powerful figure, did not hesitate to expose Ian, causing him to lose the position he had worked so hard to win. This left Ian with a deep grudge. Jordan realized that this was a weakness that she could exploit. She knew that if she wanted to eliminate Ian, she would have to make him a target for the police. And Abby Winters and her son, Dominic Newman, would be the key to carrying out this plan. Daring plan: kidnap Dominic Newman. Jordan sets into motion a daring and dangerous plan: kidnap Dominic Newman, Abby's son. Not only is this a direct hit on Abby, but it's also the perfect opportunity to pin the blame on Ian. With Ian openly hating Abby, it's only natural that he'll be the prime suspect. To make the plan work, Jordan spends weeks tracking Dominic and his family's movements. She plans everything from creating false evidence to linking Ian to the kidnapping to how to escape without leaving a trace. She sets up anonymous messages, fake recordings, and even trails that lead straight to Ian, making him an undeniable target. Ian Ward strikes back when the beast is cornered. But Ian is no pushover. When he realizes he's being set up, he strikes back. Ian begins to reveal dark secrets about Jordan, from how she escaped from prison to the crimes she once hid. He uses his old connections in the shadows to turn the tables on Jordan. Ian knows that if he doesn't act, he will become Jordan's next prey. So he decides to go big, create a trap to lure Jordan in. While Jordan is busy with her plan to kidnap Dominic, Ian secretly collects evidence and is ready to unleash it to destroy her completely. Despite being caught up in the war with Ian, Jordan does not forget her main goal: to bring Claire Grace Newman, her niece who was once manipulated by her, back under her control. To Jordan, Claire is not just a pawn but also a symbol of the power she once held. However, Claire has changed now. She is no longer the weak girl who can be easily controlled, but has become a strong woman, ready to face her dark past. Claire harbors a deep hatred for Jordan. She not only wants to be free from her aunt's control, but also wants to end all of Jordan's influence over her life. Claire does not hesitate to find any way to confront Jordan, even killing him if necessary. Jordan, on the other hand, sees Claire as the only tool that can help her regain power. The confrontation between the two becomes a never-ending cycle, where each side tries to surpass the other to achieve their goals. The battle between Jordan, Ian, and Claire is not only a battle of wits, but also a confrontation of hatred and survival. Each has their own agenda, but only one can win. Will Jordan be able to carry out his plan to kidnap Dominic and frame Ian, or will Ian turn the tables in time? And what role will Claire, determined to get revenge, play in this battle? One thing is for sure: in the world of the young and the restless, nothing is simple. Every decision has consequences, and the most dangerous enemies are sometimes the ones you once trusted. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the latest news.